Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the challenge of learning something new? Well, the key to mastering a new skill is to only focus on the information that can be immediately applied. You can do this by implementing a concept that's called just-in-time learning. So in this video, I will define just-in-time learning and provide 5 simple steps you can use to master any skill in a short amount of time. Finally, we talk a lot about success habits to level up your life on this channel. So be sure to like this video, then hit the subscribe button and notification bell if you want to see more content like this in the future. So let's start with a quick definition. What is just-in-time learning? The origin of just-in-time learning is often attributed to the Toyota car company. Their strategy was to create a production system where parts arrived at the warehouse exactly when they are ready to be distributed, or just in time. By doing this, Toyota was able to significantly reduce the amount of inventory they had lying around the warehouse. Since then, many people have taken this concept and applied it to the way people learn. The idea here is to provide individuals with the information they need at the exact time they need it. Just-in-time learning has become especially important since it's becoming increasingly difficult to focus when our attention is pulled away by social media and other digital distractions. It's easy to get sidetracked by the latest shiny object and lose focus on the one thing you're trying to learn. But with just-in-time learning, you only focus on the knowledge or skill related to the current challenge you're facing. So once you learn something new, you immediately apply it to the problem you're facing. That last part is important because research has linked deliberate practice with knowledge retention. In other words, it's not enough to simply hear or see information. You need to implement new ideas in a real setting in order to master a skill. Now let's talk about the 5-step process you can use to implement the just-in-time learning concept. Number 1. Identify your current challenge. The first obvious step is to pick a skill or knowledge you'd like to learn. This will be the current challenge that you're facing. As an example, if you'd like to start running, the only information you need to learn is how to consistently run 2 to 3 miles a few times each week. Beyond that, you should proactively ignore any advice related to running marathons, how to increase your race time, or what to eat for optimal performance. Sure, all this information might be important to you someday, but for now, all you need to know is how to build a simple running plan. That's your current challenge. Number 2. Practice full immersion. Next, you want to learn everything that you can about this specific challenge. You should read books related to the skill, listen to podcasts or audiobooks, watch awesome YouTube videos like this one to get step-by-step information, join Facebook groups or local meetups to interact with people who share an interest in this area, invest in a course that you can find on platforms like Masterclass, Skillshare, Udemy, or Coursera. Links to these sites are in the description box. During this time, you will probably encounter a variety of information that might be important someday, but is not useful right now. When this happens, I suggest you create an idea garden where you keep track of all the useful strategies that might be useful someday. One tool that can help is the Evernote app that can be used to bookmark, store, and organize all your important ideas. Number 3. Take notes and create action items. Identifying your current challenge helps you know which information is valuable in terms of your self-education. So take notes and record all the ideas you come across while learning a new skill. This means that if you're watching a video on a topic, you will be able to cut out the fluff that is not relevant to your work. You can boil information down strictly to what is useful for you and ignore the rest. From there, you want to create a step-by-step plan to overcome the hurdle you're facing so you can work on it efficiently. To get started, create a step-by-step list of tasks that will be added to your weekly to-do lists. Number 4. Focus on daily practice. Work at the new skill you're learning for at least 10 minutes per day. In fact, treat it like every other major priority in your life. We recommend making this skill your one thing, which is a concept we talked about in the video on the 12 morning habits of the world's most successful people. Now, it's important to understand that you will make mistakes during this daily practice. Just remember that this is how you get better at something. by making lots of mistakes and course correcting along the way. If you would like to learn about this step, then be sure to check out our article that talks about the concept known as deliberate practice. Number 5. Say no to distractions. You will encounter two types of distractions when trying to master a skill. The first are the external distractions, like email, social media, competing projects, and the people around you. That's why it's important to slow things down and create a few simple rules for these distractions. To learn more, be sure to watch our video on the 7 ways to prevent distractions. Moving on. The second type of distractions are the internal distractions. Specifically, these are the shiny objects that you're somewhat interested in, which could cause you to lose focus on the current skill you're trying to master. That's why it's important to learn how to say no to any activity that's not related to your current topic of interest. Again, if an idea sounds interesting, but it's not directly related to your current focus, then write it down and store it in Evernote or a different note-taking app. Well, there you have it. 5 simple ways to implement the just-in-time learning concept. So if you would ever like to master a new skill, then be sure to use the strategy that we just covered in this video. In fact, you should add this as a habit to your morning routine. To learn more, check out our playlist on how to build a morning routine. Finally, we talk a lot about success habits to level up your life on this channel. So be sure to like this video, then hit the subscribe button and notification bell if you want to see more content like this in the future. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stick around to watch the next video in our channel.